is for the WCW Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
As you can hear, ladies and gentlemen, a great ovation of Chris Jericho. In his first opportunity to wrestle for the WCW title, even though he was in WCW from 1996 to 1999. I don't know what that says to the matchmaking in Atlanta, but in any event, is Chris Jericho a Bill Buckner? Is he a choke artist? Quite frankly, I don't think so.
But we're gonna find out tonight, aren't we? Because to be the WCW champion,
This man is
Jericho has to be this man, The Rock, the WCW champion.
the WCW champion.
The Rock has certainly had his moments of no mercies, and what an ovation, a flash mob going on for the electrifying WCW champion. The Rock lost the title last year, no mercy. Could it be 2 years in a row? Chris Jericho has never won a major championship here. It's here now to dispel all the whispering. And look at these two men locking eyes. And you hit it right on the head earlier. These guys have really developed a keen rivalry.
Well, that's what the WCW title will do to this match. This match is very simple. It's all about the WCW championship. All the heritage, all the glory, all the fame, and to win, to defend the WCW title in St. Louis, Missouri, carries a lot of weight.
St. Louis, certainly the side of some great championship matchups over the years. I think of WCW title matchups. I think of the Black Scorpion situation. I think of Ric Flair. I think of all the greats that preceded him, the Jack Briscoes of the world, and the NWA. And here we are here now in this beautiful new Savage Center, completely sold out. Two very popular men, The Rock, the incomparable Brahma Bull, against Chris Jericho. Nice exchange, gonna go behind the hammerlock by Y2J. Both these men, all, at least in my estimation, are very high-spirited. They are very competitive, no matter what they're doing. And you gotta wonder how long this will not call a drag takedown. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the NWA title. It's amazing to me, or it will be amazing, how long these two men are able to maintain this degree of decorum.
I think that they're both tremendous professionals who are in pursuit of the WCW title. Two men grappling in the center of the ring in St. Louis, Missouri for a championship that traces back further than any other title in our sport.
Rock, a third-generation star here in the World Wrestling Federation. His grandfather, Peter Maivia, the High Chief. Nice hard right takedown by Chris Jericho. And Jericho quickly getting in deeply on the Rock's arm now. Trying to get that short arm scissors. And look at the knee. That knee right on the bicep. There's a great camera shot. Our camera's taking you right inside the ring. And those knees right on the bicep. Knotting up that arm. At least that's the intent of Y2J. The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson, competing here on many occasions in St. Louis. And one of the great Canadians, all the way back to Whipper Billy Watson, that Chris Jericho idolized and heard about as a kid and saw the old tapes. Didn't see him live. Oh, the slap. And Jericho got the first blow in there, kind of took off the gloves from the former hockey player and hammering away at the Rock with those right hands as referee Charles Robinson looks on.
When you realize as a kid, Jericho grew up hearing stories legendary Canadian, a great champion whose NWA title reign preceded the formation of the WCW Championship? I'll answer the question for you, JR. Good point, Paul. Thank you, JR.
Hard knife edge chop, good point, Paul. Hard knife edge chop by Y2J, laying him in on that massive chest of The Rock. The Rock, the WCW champion. Perhaps the most charismatic champion of all time. And The Rock held on, made a U-turn, and now The Rock in the mount position with those short right hands right to the face of Y2J, just as The Rock received earlier from Jericho, the challenger. And Rock looking for the rock bottom. The Rock with his rock bottom. Jericho with his walls of Jericho. And The Rock, feeling it, knowing it full well, got to the ropes in record time.
Jericho on the move!
Springboard drop kick, down goes The Rock. And Jericho, you gotta believe Jericho is going to pull out every single stop that he has in his arsenal, that he's ever thought about putting into his offense, that he's ever seen to walk away from St. Louis in no mercy in this worldwide audience with the WCW Championship.
Jericho trying to wear down The Rock, but you cannot win the title on the outside of the ring.
That's why Jericho's emotion, his competitive spirit, cannot get the better of him. And the Jericho rolling back in the ring just broke the referee's 10 count. No count out with Jericho breaking the count and climbing the top rope. Smart move by Jericho. A heartbeat ago. The match continues. And Jericho, reverse elbow off the top. Looking for the cover here. Reaches back. Couldn't secure the leg. And that gave The Rock the opportunity, it would seem, Paul, to kick out.
And look at the way The Rock shoots his shoulder up. Watch how Rocky just takes that arm and makes sure that the referee sees it before the 3 count.
Certainly a situation here that the Alliance, I'm sure looking at, but very, very interestingly, my colleague certainly is, the Alliance, they're crowned here as the WCW title. Firing back up with Jericho, the forearm, the flying forearm in The Rock. Rock shot that near full shoulder up, which tells me The Rock is a little groggy because that other shoulder would have been easier to get off the canvas. It was the near shoulder that came up, and The Rock had to put his hand on his knee to pick himself up. The Rock is in bad shape here. This in boxing might be a standing 8 count.
And now Jericho throwing those chops, which is not just an excuse for the fans to go, woo! That takes away your breath. He chops you right in the spine. That hurts.
And The Rock, all in The Rock, with those nature boy-like knife edges of his own, 3 or 4 in a row, and again Jericho, with great quickness and resiliency. Jericho thinking right on his feet there, and used his feet. There's the cover, and The Rock again, able to roll out. And Jericho giving some pounds away and some size away in this matchup. And that was certainly I think very, very evident in that kick out.
Here you go, Jericho on the move. Wham! Beats Rocky to the punch. Jericho now with the advantage. This is, without question, the greatest opportunity of Chris Jericho's career.
Backbreaker by Jericho in The Rock. He's hurt there, and Jericho taking all his weight straight south. Destination Rock's chest. And now Jericho reaching back, can't get the leg. Rock countered, Rock's got a counter, and a near fall here. And Jericho quickly again, using his feet. He's used his hands, his head, his feet. Everything as a weapon in Jericho's quest to wrestle the WCW title from The Rock.
Chris Jericho has competed in Canada, in Mexico, in Germany, in ECW, in WCW, in Japan. But never before in Jericho's career has he received an opportunity quite like this. A WCW title match against The Rock in St. Louis at No Mercy.
The Rock leaving his feet and popped right back up with the very agility of The Rock. And Jericho sidestepped The Rock. Sidestepped The Rock, elevated the WCW champion, and The Rock hung out to dry on that top rope. And now Jericho using the the flat of the foot, which is as legal as a headlock. Those fists are not. But Jericho with a high-stakes matchup. Certainly these two men will be a huge part of our next tour of the United Kingdom. We're going to be in Manchester. Fans in the UK, we're looking forward to that. The event sold out in Manchester. Rock will be there, as will Y2J. And the Rock. Certainly Jericho did not want to land in that particular manner. That is, unless he's wearing a cup. And I'll never know the answer to that.
You go check the man.
I said I'll never know the answer to that one. And the Rock, Jericho teetering on that top rope. Face locking. Jericho is the WCW champion. And the superplex. And the Rock taking Jericho down as referee Charles Robinson utilizing that 10 count. And remember, the Rock will retain the WCW title if this match ends in a count-out or a disqualification. Unlike the triple threat match coming up tonight, that has no disqualification.
We're at the 7, 8.
Both men up. Count stops. Rock caught the right hand and scored with one of his own. And another right. And Rock, champion, beating the challenger to the punch. And this feuding matchup for the WCW title. The fans cheering on both men. The Samoan drop. And oh, well, how poetic would that be to retain the title using that Samoan drop made famous by Rock's grandfather, Peter Maivia. Short clothesline by Jericho. And the Rock nipped right up. What an athlete. The Rock with a high threshold of pain. Gets another burst of adrenaline and just clubbed Jericho over the top rope right into our announce table. The Rock, and I don't know how, this may be an ill-advised move.
Hey!
Look out!
Hey, come over here!
The Rock punishing Jericho in this physical matchup. And this match getting completely out of hand, and the referee's he's about to count both men out here. Or there could be a disqualification. Where did you go?
I got the hell out of here!
I couldn't leave. And the Rock with a sharp kick.
You need to try some backer 2 or something. You need to be light on your feet.
Yes. Too many ribs. And a shot to the head by the Rock. I tell you what, you could feel that whole sequence was really indicative of the competitive nature of this matchup and how bad the Rock wants to retain his title. And the rivalry that exists between these two ultra popular men. Pop Jericho walking right in, running in, and I don't know if that cover will get it. Again, the Rock with more weight on the abdomen than the shoulders, and certainly the punishment, the fatigue that must be setting in on both these men will affect their technique. There's no doubt about that. Jericho being loaded up and taken down in the suplex. And the Rock reaching back, unorthodox cover. And Jericho able, again, left shoulder this time, coming off the canvas. Quite frankly, the referee was in excellent position to look at those shoulders.
Well, he's an excellent referee. You don't think the Alliance would have a slouch as one of our officials,
I mean,
do
like
you?
Nick Patrick, who got paid for his sins tonight, and over the top goes Jericho. Jericho used that quickness and speed, got up the head of steam, and then the Rock used it against the challenger. That's one time where Jericho was too fast, too quick. Jericho tossed back in the ring, man. This has been a very physical matchup. There's another cover and another near fall. Rock looking for covers in somewhat uncharacteristic places that we have normally seen the Rock look at, Paul.
Well, the Rock has certainly changed his game plan here. The Rock now applying the pressure onto Y2J, trying to slow the momentum of the challenger. I have to admit, so far, solid game plan by both men.
Absolutely, and one great advantage I think Jericho has over the Rock, in all due respect, is that speed and quickness, and this is one way where that that whole advantage is completely negated. The Rock, the bigger, the stronger of the two. Obviously the favorite, at least in most people's estimation, going into this matchup.
I mean, for neither man to be advised by the Alliance and wrestle such a smart match, I have to be impressed.
The Rock using that reverse chin lock. We are live in St. Louis, Missouri. The Saddler Center completely sold out. This is no mercy. Jim Ross and Paul Heyman here at ringside. The Rock and Chris Jericho competing for the WCW title, and still to come yet another main event. Stone Cold, RVD, Kurt Angle in a triple threat match for the title, and it will be no disqualifications. And you just gotta wonder what Mr. McMahon meant when he said, when he got here earlier, I'm here to make an impact.
I don't like Vince McMahon. I don't trust Vince McMahon. And quite frankly, I'm worried about what Vince McMahon may have in mind tonight.
Jericho fighting back up. He's trying to relieve that pressure, got back to his vertical base, going downstairs, and then caught locking that forearm into the jaw. Jericho took a chance. And Rock now. Catapulting Jericho nose first into the top turnbuckle, then almost beheading the challenger with that big-time clothesline. The 6'5" WCW champion, The Rock, slowly beginning, or at least it would seem, Paul, to distance himself offensively from the challenge.
Well, this is the time to wear down Jericho. The Rock needs now to take Jericho apart and go for the pin.
Rock has weakened Jericho, perhaps setting him up the rock bottom, a hard right hand. There's been some spirited dialogue, some unusual and unique physicality between these two men leading into this matchup. And again, The Rock looking for that superplex, but Jericho trying to fight out of it, and he better. Sailed off the turnbuckle, and now Jericho up on top. And Jericho scores in the missile dropkick. The challenger scores. Unfortunately for him, he landed on his gut, unable to capitalize in any kind of pinning predicament. If nothing else, the arms don't even draped over the champion. And again, the referee utilizing the 10 pin.
Charles Robinson up to 6.
And a 9 count earlier. The Rock is up. That breaks the count. He'll start over with a referee. And now Jericho is up. Rock got a right hand block. Another right hand at Jericho. The challenger now beating the champion to the punch. First elbow again by Jericho. He's got that just a little half step of quickness advantage on the champion, it would seem. And a swinging neck breaker. The Rock tried to get out of it, but Jericho got enough of it. And then, Hurricanrana, reaching forward, could be all, man, it was close.
Chris Jericho a half second away from realizing his dream, from shutting up the critics, to proving to everyone that he's not a choke artist. Chris Jericho a half second away from being the WCW champion.
I don't know how anyone in their right mind, not to start an argument with you, could call Chris Jericho a choke artist. As talented, as courageous as he has been, fighting through all the adversity since coming from WCW, he wasn't welcome here with open arms, yet he persevered. And he is here tonight for the opportunity of a lifetime. And The Rock looking for that clothesline. Wait a minute! Jericho with a rock bottom! Man, is Jericho gonna beat The Rock with a rock bottom? Jericho, lion saw. He hit the lion saw. Jericho's got the leg hook. And that, no, my God.
Okay, I'll call it now. And I'm in my right mind. Jericho is a choke artist. He couldn't put The Rock away. This was Jericho's moment. This was Jericho's chance. This was Jericho's time. And Jericho could not put The Rock away. And I'm not trying to start an argument, JR. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Jericho picking himself back up. But The Rock, damaged goods from his own rock bottom, from the lion salt. And Jericho, what's he gonna do now? seemingly almost measuring The Rock. And modified Bulldog down, and The Rock, the WCW champion, the incomparable Rock, on his back. And
You don't think?
now it is starting to get personal here. Jericho throwing his elbow pad in The Rock's face. This is the people's elbow. And the Jericho elbow did not prove fruitful.
The frustration all over the face of Y2J.
Oh, low, leg takedown. Jericho got that knee wrench. That is a dangerous takedown. And The Rock now looking for the sharpshooter and finds it. The sharpshooter, made famous by one Canadian and applied to another. The Rock reaching in. Jericho, look at his face. That tells the story better than we can. The Rock reaching down.
Jericho reaching for the rope. Jericho is a long, long ways away. Jericho's dream is slipping through his fingers.
The Rock with a sharpshooter. And Jericho, he can't be long. He can't be long for this matchup. Jericho still too close. He's inches. Well, now Jericho into the ropes. And it's interesting. We got some of our fans booing. Some of our fans are cheering. This crowd really divided between these two men, it would seem.
Boy, Chris Jericho's dreams are fading fast. Chris Jericho so desperately wants to be.
I find this most interesting here. The Rock, I mean, there's no mystery that the Spanish announce table has seemingly got a bullseye on it night in and night out. This match has been pretty scientific, pretty clean up until those moments ago, and now it's starting to degenerate here.
Oh man, Taylor, this does not look good to me.
And Jericho's getting a break, but this match is not being counted out. God almighty, the impact. You can sit here and you see two human beings put their body through this. Jericho, I mean, I have seen some impact on the announce tables, but that rates right up there with any I've ever seen. And Paul and I just 6 feet away from this, and this is some sick carnage.
The Rock just drilled Y2J right through the Spanish announce table.
The Rock back in the ring, breaking the count. And quite frankly, the referee, Charles Robinson, very liberal with his count. And listen to this impact. That's the fans in the background. Flashbulbs going off. That was some serious career-shortening impact.
And this war for the WCW title has gotten so very personal.
And The Rock measuring a helpless Y2J with that right hand. Jericho forced right back into the ring, and now you gotta think or assume, and The Rock sees the remnants of the people's elbow used against him. You gotta think, Paul, perhaps this is academic here. The Rock poised and ready to unleash what we would assume would be the Rock bottom. Let's read The Rock's lips. Come on, get up. And Jericho walking right into it. But Jericho got that first elbow right in the temple, I think. Came back with two more. Too little, too late. Too little, too late for Y2J. And now The Rock, the innovator of the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. The people's elbow.
Jericho with the reverse. Jericho.
Jericho lightning wave. And there's walls. A walls. How WCW champion.
Y2J is moments away.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's Stephanie.
Stephanie McMahon Helmsley just threw a tear in the ring. Jericho going for Stephanie. I think she avoided it. I'm not so sure, but the DDT by The Rock. Stephanie doesn't like either one of these people. Both these men humiliated her last week on SmackDown. And now we're seeing that Stephanie is cheering for The Rock. I don't get it. Wait a minute. Stephanie got it. The Rock bringing in the princess.
No, no, no. It's the $1 billion princess.
The Rock brought him on Stephanie. And, oh, wait a minute. Jericho. Bill Nelson face first. Right to the chair. Rock's face bounced off that steel chair. Jericho shoving the chair out of the ring. Jericho's got the leg hook. Stephanie is down.
1, 2, 3.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
The winner of this bout and new WCW champion, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho is the WCW champion. Chris Jericho has damn sure won the big one. And Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, I had no idea what she had on her mind when she came down here. We know that she hates Jericho, but there's no love lost to Stephanie and The Rock either.
This is Stephanie's worst nightmare come true. Stephanie McMahon Helmsley is directly responsible for Y2J winning the WCW title.
Can you believe the irony of Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, who despises Y2J, inadvertently, indirectly helping Jericho win the WCW title? If Stephanie had not been here, oh, The Rock's on that chair. Yeah, we don't know how this would have ended without Stephanie's involvement, but I think I know how this is going to end.
Let him have it, Rock. Smash Jericho right across the head with that chair. This is the side of The Rock I have been waiting to see for a long, long time. Here it comes.
This is going to erupt right here. Rock, Jericho, eyes locked, crowd silent, anticipating the Rock's next move. Rock presenting Jericho. And I hate to say the smoking gun that The Rock got slammed on, that Stephanie brought into the ring. That's a hell of a lot of class and professionalism by The Rock. Like him or not, Paul, that's a lot of class. But the bottom line here is that Chris Jericho has finally won the big match. Chris Jericho is the WCW champion.
This is the worst day in the life of the $1 billion princess.
Can you imagine how Stephanie's going to react when she realizes that she and she alone has helped Y2J become the WCW champion?